This session contains scenes that are both graphic and disturbing in nature, especially in parts 2 and 3. It is not meant for the faint of heart. Viewer discretion is advised. Back to Anar.
Great.
Anar, you were with Chris. I forgot the last thing you asked Chris.
How did you get here?
I told you, Anar, I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I don't remember. Please, you have to help me. I feel like I'm going...
Cautiously?
I feel like I'm going mad.
This one knows the feeling, friend.
You're not going to leave me, right? He clutches your body and he says, "You're not going to leave me. Please don't leave me. I don't know if I can take this anymore."
Okay.
I want to go back. He says, "I want to go back to the way things were. Back to our game. Back to... I don't want this anymore."
He actually looks Chris dead in the eye and says, "There is no going back, friend.
No,
at least for this one."
No! No! He says, and then he turns around and he runs off.
He cautiously pulls out his rifle. It's already cocked, so he's not going to do that. And he's going to continue his humming. And then he's going to slowly look around.
You continue his humming. This time, the person who was humming with you does not hum with you this time. This time you hear...
Does he get the feeling there's someone else in the room with him?
Now that you think about it, you have started feeling a warm breeze going down the side of your face. Almost like somebody is right there breathing down your face. But if you look in the direction... it stops, and you don't see anything. Close breathing.
He's going to say out loud to himself, "This isn't the normal hallucination. No, this is it."
You kind of hear this laugh echoing
Does he
down
recognize
the
the
halls.
laugh?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
That makes him stiff. No. Does it say anything else?
No, it doesn't say anything else. But the laugh rings down the hallways, echoes down the hallway.
Let this one out. And he starts to get really frustrated and angry. This isn't normal. And then, just out of pure anger, he actually yells out, "Let this one out!" I'm not screaming because of my neighbors. And he actually starts firing the gun into the ceiling until he empties the clip.
You scream, "Let this one out!" You fire into this. You scream, you fire it into the ceiling. And you basically fire a hole, like you're sort of firing a hole around in the ceiling. The ceiling drops from the hole, and down falls a body of a beautiful girl in red, riddled with bullets, as she lands in front of you.
Simon! Damn it! Ah! He reaches down and cradles the body. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You cradle the body. You can feel the skin of the body still feels warm.
It's not looking at him, is it?
No, it's not.
Oh, good.
The hair is covering is covering the body's face. You can't actually see the face directly, but you know who this is. You know who this is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sesepia. I'm sorry, unless Banner wants to continue. Banner wants to continue, go ahead. I was ready to move on, but you can do something.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go say sorry to my neighbor.
Go right ahead. Sesepia.
Mm-hmm. Since I'm still wandering, trying to pass through this water.
You're trying to pass through this whatever this warm, sticky substance is.
I'm gonna put my gun away, pull out a flare. Actually, I remember that I have those. So pull out a flare, try to light one up.
You pull up a flare, and you take up a flare and you light it up, and you're shocked because when you hold it up, right in front of you, staring at you, is another Sesepia. Right in front of you. You almost dropped the flare because they were like right in front of you. Just
kind of pull a gun, kind of like, flare in one hand.
This Sesepia is dressed in red.
Who are you?
Boo, boo, she says, and she gives you a grin.
Who?
I'm you. Sort of, she says. What did you find there, Sesepia? You turn around and you hear another voice that sounds a lot like yours. This Sesepia is dressed in green. This Sesepia, however, looks like has glowing green eyes.
What is the meaning of this?
She says, you tell us. You're the one who brought us here.
I didn't know such a thing. What are you... Why do you look like me? This doesn't make sense.
Because we are you, silly, the red Sesepia says.
Quit pulling this shit. What's going on?
She says, oh, Sesepia, if only you knew. Only you knew.
Knew what?
The truth about Octavius, dear, Sesepia says.
What makes you think you know any more than I do?
We know plenty. Plenty. Apparently you know all about us as well, though. Doing a lot of snooping, investigating. Smart. Very smart, the green one says. Yes, very smart indeed.
So, I'm guessing then you must be the other Sesepias from the other worlds.
Yes, and you are the Sesepia who didn't quite live up to her full potential.
At least I'm not dead.
The green Sesepia grins. The green Sesepia grins at that, and so does the red Sesepia. Some things are worse than death.
Timmy, why am I here? What's going on? Why? I'm just here.
Because you are interfering in things that you should just leave let alone. You abandoned your daughter a long time ago. That was your fault. Yes, that's why you failed. As a parent, as a mom, even as a CSEC officer. All these secrets going around people's backs. You may think that you can persuade your way out of everyone, but you can't fool us. No, you can't fool us. We know the truth. We know all about you, just like you know all about us. You're not as self-righteous, as you think you are. So that's just something you tell yourself so that you can actually fall asleep at night. But you're as bad as any of the corrupt Cerberus people out there, and you know it, deep down inside.
I'm here to get her back. I know I've done... I know I'm not perfect. Especially after... I wasn't ready. But now I am. I'm here to get her back, now. I don't care...
Do you really...
I don't care if even I am standing in my own way.
Do you really think that's what's best for her? For you to take her back? Don't you have some dangerous adventure that you need to take care of? Do you really want to put her in that position? Sounds like more bad motherly choices to me. Mm-hmm.
Shut up, you.
At this point, as your temper is seething, you can feel almost like warm breathing down the side of your neck. Very faintly, but you're starting to notice it.
I turn around to see what's breathing.
You turn her towards to see what's breathing, and nobody's there.
Turn back over to where the sepia was standing.
Do you turn back toward the Secipia? The two Sicipias are standing. And they are still there.
Just move out of my way. I'm getting through here.
The two Sicipias sort of get into a stance, and biotics flare up around them. Make us, they say.
Gladly.
Okay. What do you do to them?
Singularity.
You will throw up a singularity. Meanwhile, Elias, you are running down the hallway to another direction, and you end up.
Well, I was going to try to stop to get the door to shut the door behind me, assuming there was a door.
You try to shut the door behind you, and while you are shutting down the door, you all of a sudden are shocked as you get picked up by a singularity. You turn around towards the direction of whoever is throwing you up in the singularity, and you see Rain up there with a very determined look on her face, and she says, "You cheated. You it was supposed to be
you
me."
Can't even do that.
Elias calls out.
I know you can't do that.
As you say, swinging around and around.
Red flags. As soon as you say you can't do that, the image starts to get interference, almost like you're watching TV, and then there's like television interference, and then when you're looking towards Rain, she blips out between Rain and Secipia. Between Rain and Secipia, it's blipping out. You can probably tell which one is the real vision, though.
Secipia, put me down this instant.
The red Secipia says, "Secipia, put me down this instant."
I don't care if you are me. I will find my daughter.
Continue the dialogue between the two of you. Yeah, continue the dialogue between the two of you. You see her as Rain, and Secipia, you see Elias as one of you, as one of the Sicipias.
It's Elias. You've got me in the singularity.
You say that. Okay, so your Secipia says that in her voice, in your voice.
What?
Yeah, you look like Rain at the moment, but I know she can't do that, and apparently...
Secipia, with a 1 on your willpower, you believe that green or red Secipia are just trying to trick you. They're just trying to trick you to stop you from putting her down. They think you think that they're trying to put one over on you.
Nice try. I'm not gonna fall for this trick.
What do you do next after the singularity? Do something else? Warp? Something
Sure.
else?
Yeah,
Realistically, warp.
Yeah, I'll
Make an
activate
attack.
warp.
Make a warp attack roll against Elias.
Holy shit.
Oh man.
Go ahead. Tell Matt what happens based on what you
Well,
roll.
I need to roll willpower first, don't I? Because we have to. It's an opposed.
Go
No,
ahead.
wait. Is it a stamina?
I'm gonna
What was
look
stamina,
right.
isn't it?
It might be strength. I'm
You're
look
gonna
right
get a
now.
-3. I'm gonna give you a -3 penalty to that because you're stuck in the singularity.
Sure.
It's just you're under duress. You're under duress, so
It says against target defense.
target defense.
But it's a stamina. It's an opposed stamina roll, isn't it?
It just says roll biotic attribute and warp against target's defense. For characters, it's strength. For vehicles, it's hull.
Oh, okay, and then it's a strength. In that case, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, I don't know if you beat my 32.
No, that's okay. In that case, I'm going to activate electronics.
I'm gonna have a field day when I finally add the music to this, the background music for
Oh
this scene.
man,
It's gonna be totally different when I add that in.
I've already got
So-
goosebumps.
Yes.
Okay. So I rolled 25 on my electronics, which means that all difficulties for the electronics rolls that I'm about to make are at 2 levels lower. So heroic goes down 2 levels, so I think that becomes a moderate now. Because I'm about to go tactical cloak.
Okay,
Nice.
very nice.
Aren't you still floating in the air?
Yeah, except now Red Sepia has disappeared.
Yes, Red Sepia disappears.
Where the hell did you go?
So it's called tactical cloak. Remember that thing I just fixed?
The Red Sepia says that, but in a more instigating way. It's called tactical cloak. Remember that thing that I fixed? She says that in a more
Quit that patronizing
challenging
attitude.
This
Can't
would be
fire-
a
I can't
thing.
fire 'cause I can't
We
see.
came through the door, and everyone disappeared, right? They're still here. We're all still here. We're just seeing different things.
You can't fool me.
What do you do next?
Actually,
I
Ender
gave
didn't fool you.
I gave your daughter a holodisc. We tracked her to your parents. I'm sorry, no, your parents' in-laws' place, wasn't it?
Roll a willpower, Sesepia. Roll a willpower.
Hopefully I don't critical fail this then.
Hopefully you won't critical fail this one. Tell me what the value is.
Willpower, here we go.
I shouldn't talk. Mine's crappy.
Oh no! Oh, come on!
I critical fail.
Yup, you don't believe a thing. Let's,
Hey, can I
Well,
use
it's gonna
one,
take a
can I
while.
use my can I use a paragon?
Hmm?
Can I use a
What's-
paragon?
what's up?
Yes, you're allowed to, yes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use a paragon.
Alright, and we will find the results of that paragon later. Sync, what did you say? Did you say something before Dane says 3?
Yeah, he said 1, and I said I can't do that because he was asking where the ship was. And as I said that, I was gonna do 2 things. One, I was gonna kind of tense up to get ready to like jump out of the way.
Mhm.
And 2, I was gonna kind of scan him to kind of see like how is he seeing in the dark.
Okay.
See if he has like some goggles on or something.
You can't see any goggles or anything. Like, you don't notice any reason why he would be able to see you in the dark.
Okay. Well, and I guess while he's counting, I guess I'll pipe up. Wait a second, you've never been one for cybernetic enhancements. How do you even see right now?
He will yell 3. He ignores your question, yell 3, and then he fires his gun at you. When he does, you feel the impact of the bullet into your head, and you feel a searing pain, horribly searing pain, as you start to collapse and you go down.
Okay, am I knocked unconscious or
You black out for a moment, and you can't really tell how long you've been unconscious for, but then when you wake up, you hear the sound of a buzzsaw. You're lying down on a what appears to be some sort of an operating table, and you hear the sound of a buzzsaw. You can smell burnt bone and sinew almost from the friction of this saw, you feel... It's weird. You don't feel pain, but between the sound of the saw cutting through something and the smell and just everything around you is just very overwhelmingly painful as it is without actually feeling physical pain. And you look around and you can't really make out, but you do see someone in a lab coat with a thread and needle, and it looks like he's stitching up something.
Hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Stop.
When you say those things, you say it in a female voice. You say it in Trissy's voice, actually.
What's going on? I don't understand.
You say that in Trissy's voice again. The buzzsaw starts up again, and you feel someone restraining you, someone forcing you down and restraining you, and you can hear your voice saying, "Shh, it's okay, my love. It's all right. Everything will be fine. We'll be together again. I promise."
At this point,
That's your voice.
he's gonna try to break free and say, "Stop! Stop! What are you doing? Stop!" He's gonna keep trying to, or she keep trying to break free.
You feel a syringe. You finally feel a shot of pain as a syringe goes into your wrist, and you start to get drowsy again, and you can hear your own voice say, "Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Trust me. Shh, it's okay." You black out again. Again, you wake up. But you wake up and you're at your desk, and you're in your room on the ship. You're back on the Endurance. It feels like you had dozed off reading a journal, reading the diary of Trissy's diary.
What? I'm back in the ship again? Oh, what's going on?
You hear a hoarse voice down the hallway. "Al? Are you awake? I made chocolate peanut butter cookies. Your favorite."
What the
You
fuck
hear a
is
very
going on?
hoarse...
I'm gonna bust through the door and go and check it out.
You bust through the door and you check it out, and you can hear shuffling down the hallway, as if somebody's dragging their foot towards your direction from behind you.
I'm gonna...
You can smell the putrid smell of rotting flesh as the dragging of the feet continues towards you from behind you.
Okay, he's gonna, I'm gonna walk up and meet whatever's coming at me halfway with my gun pointed.
You're gonna turn around to face whatever is coming up from behind you. The smell of decayed, rotting flesh now mixing with the smell of chocolate and peanut butter. It kind of makes you really sick to your stomach as you turn around to face whatever is in front of you.
What kind of sick thing is this? What the hell is going on?
Are you okay, Misty? I can't tell. I can't tell if you're okay.
More or less. Jeez,
I just want to pause and say I apologize if some of these things are very uncomfortable. If it's too much for you, I apologize. I wanted to set...
I'm just getting Fatal Frame feels. I hate that game because it's the only thing that really scares me, but holy shit, it's so good, but it scares the hell out of me.
I'm not saying a thing.
I'm going to put a disclaimer at the front of this video just to let people know that there are some very disturbing scenes in this particular episode, which probably will make people want to watch it more. It's like, oh, I want to see this. Sure, let's watch this. So, my apologies. I didn't want to warn you ahead of time because I wanted to get your genuine reaction to what's happening in these scenes. So, my apologies for not warning you ahead of time.
Definitely.
No worries, it's good.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is really, really legit.
This
Wait
is-
till they, like I said, wait till they put the music up.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so good.
It's just this is like brilliant TV.
Yeah.
It's better. It's theater of the mind.
Yes, it is much better.
I got the chills. It's all good.
Arkara, from last we left off with you, you were coming down the hall, and all of the clones, their eyes were popping open as you were going past them. You turn the corner, and instead of being in the ship, in the dark ship, you're almost blinded by the brightness of this next room. You're in what appears to be some grand-looking building with the sun is shining through the windows. There's all of these people in this room, and they're all looking at you with very almost creepily smiling faces, very out of place, creepily smiling faces. You realize that you are currently dressed not in your armor, but in a flowing white Krogan dress.
What
And
the
up
hell?
at the front
Um,
is an altar. Up at the front is an altar with a Krogan in a tuxedo. Well, the version of a Krogan tuxedo.
We've
He
seen those.
currently has his back to you. The Krogan has his back to you currently, as you are on what appears to be like this red carpet-like thing. And everybody is watching you, waiting for you to walk down this aisle.
I'll just
What do
stop
you
dead.
do?
I'll just stop dead in my tracks and look around, very confused.
You look around and you see some of your other friends. You see Sink in a very strapping, nice tux. You see Sesepia, and he's there with his daughter. She's there with her daughter, and she's in the most feminine-looking outfit that Sesepia you've seen ever wear. You see Anar. He is sitting next to Trissy, and Trissy's dressed in a beautiful green dress, and Anar has his monocle and top hat once again, and a mustache. Meanwhile, Elias is up right next, like off to the side of the altar, and he is actually singing.
the wedding
He
singer.
is the wedding singer. Elias is the wedding singer. And
I thought
there are
love was only true in fairy tales.
Vivian, do it with rain. Do it with
nice.
rain.
Meridi and Drimmy are up on the altar. Well, Meridi is up on the altar. She's wearing a beautiful
Maid of honor.
bridesmaid's dress, maid of honor dress. Drimmy is sitting next to Sink, in a very nice tuxedo himself. And what do you do after you look at all of these people?
I hesitantly take one step forward and
Okay.
just edging my way along the red carpet, being like, this isn't right, especially considering she still has images from the previous rooms.
Okay. You take a step forward, and Elias continues to sing. And while he's singing, he's like going, "Come on! I don't only have so much of this song left." He's like, "Come on, you can do it! You can do it, Akara." So he's trying to encourage you down.
Her face, and I'm a believer.
Try to hold it down. Try to hold that note for a long time.
You also, as you're walking down the aisle, Akara, you do see off to the side these two Elcor. These two, it looks like it's a male and female, older male and female Elcor, and they are weeping, and they are saying happily, boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
Oh, jeez.
My little boy.
I continue to make my way down. The
You
red
make your way down, and you finally reach the altar. You turn towards to face the Krogan that was waiting by the altar, and the Krogan looks towards you, and it's Thek Targev from the Thekla clan.
Of course.
You look behind his shoulder, and you see a very distraught Otto, who, honest to God, is crying, like emotionally crying. And he looks very upset, and he's got his hands buried in his face, and the Thek Targev gives you a big grin as he grabs a hold of around your waist. What do you do at this point, Arkara?
I instinctively just headbutt him and try to get away from him.
Yes! Yes! You headbutt him. Elias, in character, what do you think Elias would do on this at this point? What, like, you're singing, and all of a sudden the bride just headbutted the groom.
Well, that depends. Who am I seeing as the groom?
You are seeing Thek as the groom, but in character, you would be like, what's going on? These two are in love, and they're supposed. This is a very happy occasion. I don't understand what's happening.
Well, I'd probably go. Isn't that the Krogan version of a kiss anyway?
True, you could do that. That's true. You
Microphone and everything.
That's true.
For all
I guess you could say that.
It's completely appropriate.
So there's a big gasp. So there's a big gasp in the audience, and Elias kind of gives that sort of implication, and it only makes Thek laugh even harder when you do it after you did it.
I guess I'd lost my rifle somewhere along the way.
Yeah,
as
you don't
well.
have any of your weapons on you.
Charge him!
Mm-hmm.
I just tried to get away.
All right, so you're gonna leave the altar.
Yes.
All right.
Run away, bride.
You turn around and leave the altar, and there are all these gasps and a big commotion throughout the congregation. Like, oh my gosh, are we actually seeing this? Is it actually happening? And you try to run away. Back to Anar now. Anar, you are holding this bloody body in your hand. What does Anar do?
This isn't real. 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 Not real. Not real. And he's trying to get himself to put down the body, but I'm going by my roll, and that's saying he's having a hard time doing it.
Okay. When you are debating on whether or not to place the body down, you see a figure running towards you. It looks like a human, and you can clearly see Simon with a very determined look on your face. He seems to be rushing at you, charging towards you. And he's got a very determined look in his face.
At this, he puts her down without a problem. And he'll charge him too.
You will charge him as well. I want you and Arkara to make a strength roll. Opposed strength roll, please.
Oh shit.
Oh crap, she's stronger than me.
Yep. By like a factor of 3.
Way stronger. Okay, just straight up strength. Okay.
It's gonna feel like you're getting hit by a truck.
Yeah. Very, very big truck. Hold on. Give me a second. Sorry, I don't have this macroed.
That's fine.
I kind of feel like it's
Okay, here goes.
Okay.
Oh,
You gotta.
you gotta-
Wild die.
Roll.
Okay.
Okay. It's still good. So with that, you don't take as much damage. So, Arkara, roll me a regular hand-to-hand brawling damage, and divide it by 2, rounded down.
Let's
Divide that by
see.
2, rounded down. You will take 10 damage from the impact, Amar, but you could reduce the damage with your damage reduction.
Yeah, I reduced it by 3, so it's 7.
Okay, so you take 7 damage. So from Arkara's viewpoint, she just collided into into someone. And when you look up at you basically fall over as you collide into something. And when you look up, you hear as you're looking up someone say, "Ow, girl, what was that all about?" As you see Meridi as she's like rubbing her forehead.
She's a lot squishier than you remember.
Yes. What's going? She says, "Where are you running off to?"
I just sort of repeat under my breath. It's like, this isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right.
Yeah, she's still in her maid of honor dress, and you're still in your white garb.
Yeah.
And Anar, Simon basically collided into you, and you fall over, and you basically see him in a prone position, not like he is prone, but he's down on the ground, like he's about to pounce, like a cat, almost, from where he's sitting.
Anar will get up and he'll say, "When did you obtain the properties of a wall?"
He doesn't. He just smirks at you, laughing, and doesn't respond to you. Meanwhile, Sink, you turn around and towards the direction of the smell, and you see the tray of cookies floating in the air, and then it drops down on the ground, burnt. The cookies are now burnt, and there doesn't seem to be anyone else with you in the ship at the moment.
Okay. At this moment, I'm gonna walk into the mess hall because I'm assuming that's where the cookies came from.
You're going to walk into the mess hall, and then all of a sudden, when you go, you see that the cookies are floating up in midair, like the cookies are floating up in midair along with like utensils and dust and like muffin tins and cooking
And
baking
other snacks.
sheets. Yeah, and other snacks are floating in the air.
My snacks.
What's going on in here? I didn't know we had ghosts on this ship.
You walk towards the snacks, and then you feel yourself being lifted up. From Elias's point of view, you just saw Sink walk into the room, and he walks right into the singularity.
And now you got Sink.
Everything that Sink says is what Green Sesepia says
Oh,
at this point. So what does Sink say?
Wait, so who do I see? Just from my perspective.
You see, from your perspective, you see
Stop talking.
right next to you, in the, like, floating next to you, is Cyrus, and he's munching on cookies next to you. He's, like, sort of tumbling in space. And the cookie crumbs are, like, going off like a dust cloud. Like, there's an insane amount of cookie crumbs. Like, clearly, more cookie crumbs than there could possibly be in this one cookie are just, like, clouding you with all over the place. And you, towards Sesepia's direction, you see... Yeah, you'd see Meridi, the female, not Drimmy, Meridi.
Yeah,
It wouldn't make sense for it to be Drimmy. It would probably make sense for Meridi. Him and Meridi kind of clashed a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Cyrus, what are you? You okay with being in a singularity eating cookies? What are you doing?
You hear Sink say that to Sesepia. She's not saying Cyrus. She's saying Sesepia. She's not calling out Cyrus's name. She's calling out Sesepia's name.
That's Sink. That's Sesepia. I'm Elias. Sesepia, put us down already.
Sink and Sesepia can make another willpower roll.
So I thought Sesepia already passed
Well,
her. She's
yeah.
the Paragon point.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's-
she did.
Yeah.
he's
Sorry.
a fair
Yes. I will Sink. Roll your.
That's
roll.
under knowledge or
Yeah.
It's a knowledge skill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
We're
asking.
gonna have like
if I'm having-
10 million views on this video.
What is it?
It's all gonna be
It's
from the
got an
same
8.
guy.
You got an 8? Okay. Sesepia, you are able to shake off whatever the effects of whatever happened to you a little bit, and the image before you flashes from seeing you and your green and red selves to seeing Elias and Sink up in the air, trapped in.
Well, actually, she still doesn't see me. She just sees Sink because I've
you
got
see
my
Sink.
cloak on.
You see Sink trapped in your singularity.
I've got a tactical cloak on, so Sink shouldn't be able to see me.
I snap and like let the singularity go, and I
You
don't know how they'll fall.
You snap and you let them go. I will say that you guys both take 6 points of damage from the fall,
Okay.
which you can absorb with damage resistance.
Yep, I'm soaking that.
And Sink, from your perspective, Meridi slams you down to the ground. Slams you down the ground defiantly.
I'm gonna stand up. So you want to come on board my ship, and you want to try to beat the shit out of me? I'm gonna.
That's what Sink says to Sesepia, which kind of makes sense within context.
Excuse me? After we
Oh,
had that
hang on.
conversation? And like,
That's what Meridi says
I'm
to
gonna-
Sink.
I just got you out of that thing, and now you're snapping at me.
Hey, we don't know what he's seeing. Quiet you.
Wait, who? I'm sorry.
Sink.
Who you said that to me, Matt?
No, I say that to Sesepia in your case, Meridi. But the thing is, you probably just see Cyrus appear out of nowhere because he wasn't there a moment ago. He comes
Right.
right. He wasn't. Suddenly, Cyrus is there.
Well, I'm gonna activate my Omni tool, and I'm gonna activate my Omni whip, and I'm gonna like lash out at
And-
Pretty.
Ah!
I'm going to hack sync systems again.
All right.
Since I know I can do this.
I'm gonna activate the whip.
Then
command.
let's roll an opposed.
Yeah,
let's
I'm
roll a opposed tech, whatever you're using to activate.
Oh,
I'm
critical
using
fail.
hacking.
All right.
Oh,
You
wow,
managed
okay.
to disrupt. You will manage to disrupt Sync's Omni Whip from engaging.
Oh, I critical failed too.
Oh,
I got a critical fail, but it's still a critical fail.
you both try to
do what you need to do.
activate- do what you
You
need to do,
break
but
Sync.
they both short.
I'm just kidding.
They both short.
Okay.
Okay,
Sync.
what is going
Snap
on
out
here?
of it.
What are you talking about, Cyrus? Snap out of what? I just got slammed in the ground by that damn Asari over there.
No.
Who do you think I am?
I'm Elias. That's Sesepia. She's a Turian.
Arcara and Anar, roll willpower. Roll willpower saves, please.
Oh, jeebus. See if I'm gonna fail
Oh.
again.
I love how Arcara is in a white dress right now.
Yes.
No!
What are your values, Anar and Arcara?
Willpower. This is gonna be awful.
Oh!
Well, I approve of this.
Ooh.
Dang.
Roll again, Akara.
Ooh.
So we got 17 from Akara.
is,
I got a
17
10.
yes.
And a 10 for NR.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Dylan did roll. He rolled an 8. Never mind. I was wondering if he rolled his.
Arcara,
willpower.
you begin to snap out of it, and you then your eyes focus again, and instead of seeing Meridi, you see Anar
With a big thump on his
And-
head.
with a big bump on his head, and you can hear in the distance Elias yelling something along the lines of "I'm Elias, that's Sesepia." Very basically what Matt just said. Yeah.
Shake my head and try to figure out what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm. What do you do when you see Anar? Wow, that's creepy. I just saw that image for the first time.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that. That looks awesome.
Before you came out of your before you came to us, Arcara, you also felt breathing down the side of your neck before you snap out of it.
I'm probably looking very shaky,
Okay, nice.
not really taking in what the hell has just happened.
Okay,
Anyone looking too close can see she's been crying.
Okay. Anar, what do you do?
Well,
Simon is still in front of you.
Simon's still in front of me. He rears back and he'll say, "Make your move."
Mm. Ooh, what do you do, Akara, in response?
Make my move? What are you on about?
Just be glad that Meridi wasn't the one that says "make your move" to,
Oh,
because that could be taken in that could be taken in different ways.
Oh,
Many
yes.
different ways. More ways than
That'd be
one.
great.
Oh,
Be like, make your move, Akara. Things didn't seem to work out with Otto and Thek, so.
Well, how did he hear it from Simon? Did he hear it in a mocking way or like
Yeah,
angry?
in a mocking way. Make your move, in a very mocking way.
Then he'll begin to circle
Okay.
and say, "This may be another hallucination, but it's not very good at fighting walls. But walls usually make mistakes, so you make your move."
That's what you hear, Akaro. How do you respond?
Anar, I'm not a wall. You should know this. Come on.
Roll a willpower, Anar, again.
11.
It's slightly better. It's improving.
Okay. Yes. Anar, you slowly begin to shake off whatever effects were on you, and Simon starts to flash back into Arkara instead.
You look a little hotter than this one remembers. Gotta-
Thanks.
Still, this hallucination sucks. Just go away like the rest of them do.
I'm not a hallucination, Anar. I think hopefully you're coming out of it.
You can still hear shouting coming from the cargo bay area that you guys have left from.
Anar relaxes. Okay. Simon was never one for reasoning. You may actually be real.
I think I am. I'm not entirely sure yet myself, but I think I am.
This one truly wishes it. Very well. Shall we? And he'll duck off to the noises. Even though he's still seeing friggin' Simon, so it's kind of creepy.
Arcanar or Anarka will make their way. Anarka will go. Arcanar or Anarka will make their way over to the shouting, and you see that Sink seems to be threatening Elias and Sisepia.
I try to collect myself and just take a step in.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
Dogpile and Think, no.
When you turn towards the voices, Sink, you see Dane again pop up. You will see Dane again, and then you will see. I'll say you'll also see Anar, but in his mech. You'll see Anar in his mech and Dane.
Okay, I'll look at Anar first because. Wait, how do you know Dane?
When he's looking at Anar, he's looking at Arkara. When he's looking at Dane, he's looking at the jellyfish, if that, as confusing as that probably is. Arkara probably looks more like the mech, and Anar probably looks more medium-sized, more like a medium-sized
Alright,
human.
I know
So,
everybody's had the fantasy, but this is your moment to live your life as a Nar for a few minutes. Take it. Please,
Go ahead.
ladies first.
I've stepped into
Oh.
the room and trying to get everyone's attention. What is going on here?
Sink thinks he's being attacked by Reddy, who's Sisepia over there. You can see Sisepia, right?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, good. That's a relief.
Oh,
Sync, how do you respond?
To Osiris.
Yes.
And I'm just real quick. Does everybody else still hear? Everybody else like, yeah, that's a sepia. Like,
Yeah.
wait, what? It's a sepia.
yeah. Who do you think I am?
Okay, guys. Like, I know, you may have forgot, but we're trying to get a serial killer. Let's try to focus on what we're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You start to come out of whatever you are in, whatever you are under, Sync, and the room around you fades into the dark room that you guys were in before. Whatever light each of you is giving off, that's what you're emitting, but other than that, the room is very dark.
I got my flare.
You have your flare.
Yeah.
I guess I got my torch from the Omni too.
Creator Elias, are you all right?
Oh. Killer, I'm glad to hear you.
I was trying to reach you, but you kept responding in very bizarre ways.
Oh, I'll bet. So are you.
What I was trying to explain to you is that as soon as we entered into the room, there seemed to be high concentrations of creeper in the air.
And that got through my filters? Damn. I need to take better care of this suit.
Well, apparently it didn't affect you for very much. You were one of the first people who realized what was happening. So I think it makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, they tried to tell me the Ashra was actually still a ship, so good luck with that one.
For those of you at home who don't know what I'm talking about, Creeper is an actual drug in the Mass Effect universe.
Hallucinogen.
It is a hallucinogenic drug, forms as a dust-like mold on some strains of the high nutrition vine Oscillabr, which have been grown on human colonies, on the human colony world of Sathor. Consumption of small quantities of this mold causes the user to experience potent visions or colorful daydreams, allegedly with no ill side effects. Allegedly. Since the creeper was not discovered until after Sathor started growing Oscillabr in late 2185, medical experts have not had a chance to study the long-term effects of using the drug.
AKA Matt was right.
Yep.
He called it.
Hey, Elias.
Oh, great.
Sorry about that singularity.
Well, I'll kill you later.
You hear a laugh through the PA system.
It must be that Sorrow guy. Or Simon or whatever
I
his name
guess-
is.
Please tell me.
I
Is
guess
there a
we
terminal
didn't
nearby?
get there quietly.
I don't think there is a terminal nearby there, where you currently are. Welcome to my parlor, said the spider to the fly. The voice says.
Zzz. That's plural. Just putting it out there.
Fair enough. I seem to have some uninvited guests on the
Where's my daughter?
premises.
Oh, and way to show your hand way too early.
Daughter.
Why?
Wait a minute. And at this point, a light shines towards you guys' direction. You can't be... Oh, Sepia. I didn't think I would see you here after all this time.
How the hell do you know who I am?
We've never officially met, but I know all about you. I've heard a lot about you.
Have you now? We've been doing a little bit of research on you too.
Have you now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll play this game. I like games.
Sure.
Let's play questions. I ask you a question, you ask me a question.
Fine.
We get 3. My first question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find this place?
With the resources available, we were able to. My daughter basically called for me, letting me know that she was in danger. We were able to help use that to find out where you were.
Your daughter's very gifted, he says.
Is Simon actually in the room, or is this just still the PA system?
Just still the PA system.
Alright,
Yep.
damn it. I'm gonna try to hack the Wi-Fi while she's keeping him occupied.
Go ahead. I asked you a question. Go, he says.
What do you intend to do with my daughter?
Be a better parent to her than she ever was, than she ever had. She says everyone who has taken care of her has been ashamed of her gifts, tried to hide it, kept her from her potential. The rules were you ask me a question and I answer. I haven't finished answering. If you want me to answer anything else, I suggest you play by the rules.
Okay.
She says, I'm merely here to make sure that she gets her full potential, embraces the gifts that she was given instead of being raised to be ashamed of it, feel like she needs to hide it. You are next, he says, and he says, question number 2. Why did you abandon your little girl like that?
I was angry at the world. I didn't want to be toxic to her. I had to get myself better.
Runs in the family, he says.
At least I know I'm better now. And I know that where I am now, I can definitely guide her and definitely be able to have her not be ashamed of her gifts.
Your question number 2, he says.
Ask him. I'm gonna actually go internally to Sepir. What was the name? I'm gonna say what. Ask him about. I don't know. Ask him about his first victim. What was her name again? Annie from. I think her name was Annie, and he found her on Ilium, Indentured Servant. What
Tell me.
happened to her?
About your first victim, Annie from Ilium.
When you say victim, Elias, you're talking about the one that was kidnapped or the one that was killed? 2 different things.
Kidnapped.
Oh,
Kidnapped.
your first biotic that you kidnapped, by the name of Annie from Ilium.
First of all, I did not kidnap anyone. Merely rescued them. Second of all, Annie, she's a sweet girl. She did not appreciate the conditions of servitude that she was in. I decided to help her out. She was too afraid to leave her situation, felt powerless to do so. So I took it upon myself to give her that push, to give her the nudge that she desperately needed. And she and I, we went off. And I was able to give her a new family, people who accepted her for who she was unconditionally. That is what I have been offering to people my entire time, my entire life, my entire purpose, is to give people the chance to be themselves and not be ridiculed by society. As far as what ended up happening to her, I lost her 2 years ago.
Lost.
I think it's gonna kind of just pipe up and just kind of randomly say, "You call killing somebody giving someone a chance? What kind of bullcrap is that?"
That was a question.
He says, I'm not playing the game with you, sir. The voice says.
By the way, I got a 30 on attempting to hack the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
You can at
jeez.
least connect to the Wi-Fi. I don't think you can necessarily stop the voice, the PA system unless...
Well, I'm not trying to stop the PA system at all. I'm just trying to get into things like the navigation logs and the
Yeah.
security systems.
You can probably get into the navigation logs and the security systems.
Beautiful.
I'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah. Awesome.
Let me finish up this
Yeah.
Q&A session. So go ahead, Sisepia. I think it was...
I asked a question.
Wait,
last.
so it's his turn to ask a question? My next question. He says,
This is your third and final question, then, I guess.
what happened to Octavius? I know you know. He was on his way to see you last I saw him.
There were reports of Cerberus activity outside this planet that I was on.
Wait, Cerberus activity? Oh. So you don't know?
I don't know what.
All this time. Oh, Octavius. He says, you never told her, did you?
Tell me what.
Is that your
He-
third question? Is that your third and final question?
What do you know about Octavius?
Octavius and I were best friends. Did he ever say that to you? Did he ever mention me? Didn't think so. How much do you think you know of the man? I question. What did he say that he did last time you saw him? That he say he was about to do? I'm just curious.
That's a fourth question. You don't have to answer.
I can end the game right now if you'd like.
No. We can keep playing.
Simon's such a douche, man.
He told me there was going out to defend the planet from Cerberus attacks, but his ship was attacked and he was supposedly killed.
He told you that he was a Turian soldier. He lied. All of those missions he went off to, he was with me. I'm beginning to question how well you really do know this man.
He For all I
Died by
know-
the hands of Cerberus? No. I'm afraid not.
I
Not
would
at all.
I would expect some sort of proof of what you're saying. As far as I know, you could be lying.
I could be. He says, I very much well could be. I can tell you what I claim to know, if you will listen to it. If not, I'm not going to waste my time. Whether you choose to believe my story or not is up to you.
Fair enough.
Talking.
What will it be?
Yeah, I'll hear your story.
Octavius always felt inferior to you. Oh, how much he adored you, though. I could tell that much. You were very important to him. I'm not going to imagine that. I'm not going to play around with that. But he never felt that he could live up to you or your abilities.
What?
He used to be a Turian soldier. That's why he still had that uniform around. But he was discharged fairly early on while he was on the force. He felt he always had this inferiority complex, always felt like he was never good enough. When he found out that he had the gift of biotics, he never felt that he was able to contribute as much as he should. There was a mission that he was sent off to. Several of his men had died because he didn't feel that he was powerful enough to save their lives. So that's when he met me. It was all business at first. He needed some things to enhance his abilities. And I was welcome to oblige someone of the fellow military. A few doses of Minigen X3 is all that he needed. But in order to continue on, he needed more. Long story short, he was found out. The Force didn't appreciate him using such substances, and they kicked him out. He was ashamed, distraught, felt that he shamed you. Probably why he didn't say anything to you. As I said, he spoke very highly of you, Sisepia, which is why it is quite an honor to meet you. The day that he disappeared and never came back, I had never seen him that way before. Something about him just was off. He mentioned that he would explain to you, tell you what's been going on, but it sounds like instead he came up with a completely different story to throw you off. Didn't want to tell you that he was an addict. Didn't want to tell you the truth, how shameful he was. He couldn't even face his own little girl.
You should have told me.
Oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Please. Hand back Talia.
Oh, Sisepia. You know I can't do that. You're about as messed up as he was. He was in no condition of helping out his daughter any more than you were. If I remember correctly, he said that you also... I've heard reports that you have gotten into a bit of a habit with drinking shortly after. We went to... The last time I saw him, he says... I think he said that he was finally going to see you to tell you the truth. I told him, for his own sake, it was probably best to just cut off ties. Of course, he wouldn't listen to me. We went to the Citadel. We were on a tram on our way over into the city proper. And then the strangest thing, oddest thing, I was looking away, tired. Long day, starting to take a nap. Then I heard a loud bang, almost like a gunshot. A loud bang of some sort. Startled me. I turned around towards his direction. A few other people the few that were in the tram looked towards the direction of Octavius, and he was gone. Just gone. Haven't seen him since. I figured he might have eventually have reached you somehow, which is why I asked you that question of where he ended up at. I was just curious.